Legend, go ahead.
And my thing is this: people have to understand the reason why I bring up Cat Williams and Dave Chappelle, because before the industry gave them what they wanted, they were speaking against the industry. But now that they done signed them contracts and wrote their name in blood, you don't hear them talking negative about the industry no more. So y'all have to pay attention to what's going on right in front of us, right in front of you, right in front of you. So we don't know what contract Jaguar signed, because she was popping at one point in time. So those oaths that these artists take, those oaths last forever. And that's what you got to recognize. These oaths last forever. So you just got to look at what's right in front of us. And she was giving me weird energy for the last couple of weeks. Jag was like, it was very aggressive. It was very like, it wasn't the normal Jag. It just wasn't. So we got to pay attention to who she let herself have access to. And I understand being in a financial situation, but that's not an excuse. Just because you don't have no money right now, that don't mean you go and give this interview, that interview. Are you that desperate? Did you not think about your game plan if they sent somebody to you? That's all I got to say. Like, that's it.
Yeah, I'm not going. I ain't gonna hold you. Like what you saying is a 100% fact to me, because there's no way I'm going to be out here be very outspoken and a truth teller, and then I'm just going to let some random dude come that get up in my circle. Like I'm not like what? You got to be slipping, and Jaguar was definitely slipping. You know, because she let the wrong person get that close to her. And look where she at right now. And I hope that, you know, her charges are bare minimum and they don't hit her with no real serious charges, because she did make some serious ass threats. She was
But she 5150 choke. So when you 5150, you all you do is go to a mental institution. They not gonna charge her with nothing. As long as she take that medication, and as long as she say she's schizophrenic, bipolar, had a manic episode, guess what? Nothing's being charged.
But if she do that, then that's on record. Now she's legally diagnosed as fucking 5150, 730, we call it in New York. You know what I'm saying?
And did you hear her keep saying somebody's gonna die? She kept on saying that. You know what I'm saying? And when she said it, her eyes was bulging. Like she meant that. Like somebody she has to sacrifice, somebody she has to give to get where she wants to be. And if I was her husband, baby, look, baby, I love you, baby girl, but I gotta peace out. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what he said.
Yeah.
He said he was done. He's like, yo, she never threatened to kill me that many times. And he said that. He's like, yo, she was standing in front of me talking about she was gonna kill you. He's like, yo, I don't know who that was. She don't talk to me like that.
And see, he's so like, I seen him on Sean Davey channel. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, I got a reading from Solar, and you know, I let him in our house, and he went in the bedroom with Jack. My husband is not letting no man in our bedroom. Right. You let him in the bedroom because you got some fruity up in you, bruh. You got some fruity up in you. You hopping on all these, no shade to the LBGT community, but he going straight to the, you know what, straight to him on all their channels. So this man, I honestly believe in my soul, this man, he turning against Jag somewhere in his spirit. He like, you know what, y'all want her, I'll give her up.
But you don't think that he's turning on her because he felt like she was intimate with Solar?
Nah, because that girl, some girl on another channel she was cool with, told him that she was having an affair with some African. So when he found that out, all bets was off, because he like, wait, you cheating on me like you cheated on your last husband? I got you. And so then that's when Solar came into play. But her and this other chick, they fell out like a week ago or whatever. And the chick, Jaguar, said she wrote her name in a jar. Now, if you know that this woman tried to put voodoo on you, what you did to protect yourself? You went and linked up with somebody else that was spiritual and you didn't even know his motive? Man, she moving weird, man. She moving weird.
All right, hold on a second. Go ahead.
No problem.
something, and I'm gonna say it real. I just remember something, a point, and I'm gonna take it real nice so you can see what I'm talking about. Understand this, please. Um, God right now is talking in numbers and in codes. God's number is 7. That means the seventh spirit of God. And God's other number is 6. So right now, God is leading in the news. Check the news. Add the numbers. It's going to be 6, 7. The 4 means judgment. Now check this out. The reason why Jaguar Wright was with Solar, understand this. It was the divine work of the great mother and great father, Wupnesh and Kadasi. Because, understand this, God has to tie it all in together. So understand, when Nature Boy was going to get that bond, God sent 6 tornadoes on that day and then blew out the power outage. Now, understand this. We're talking about Jaguar Wright disrespecting Erykah Badu in the industry. What is Erykah Badu known for? Her eyes, her enchanting, charming ways, her aura, her vibe. People can feel Erykah before she even talks. That people even call Erykah a witch because she's so mystical. Understand that. The reason why she's mystical is because she is connected to the great mother and great father. The reason why Solo was connected was to bring light to Nature Boy and to bring awareness to the world, how God is revealing himself, because God is a feminine and a masculine energy together. That's what God is. So now God is leaving symbolic clues all over the news so that you can see that God is doing this work. Not Illuminati, not the government, not CERN, not HART, not the Freemasons. None of that. Those times is over. We're in a new age. Why would the government destroy their own money? Why would the government destroy their own power line? Why would the government destroy their own airplanes? Get deep and what I'm saying. God right now is revealing the energy of God so that we can understand that we are in Armageddon. It's a wrap. It's done. There's no. So we're the year that we are right now is number 7. That's divine completion. Right now, I'm saying God is on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Facebook with the name Kadasi. Understand this. Before this happened to Jaguar Wright, God already talked about this, left clues about it, put her name on it through a football player that his name was Wright, and he just passed away. And that was the indication for a warning for Jaguar Wright that she's next. Jaguar Wright is not coming from this because she put ashes in her face. That it was a whole ritual. When she was possessed by the dragon. Listen, if you can hear me, type in the great red dragon. Type in the blue flame scientist. Type in these keywords and get your evidence. I'm coming with proof that what happened to Jaguar Wright was already foretold. And the clue is on YouTube under the channel Kadasi, D-A-S-I. God right now is in flesh, revealing himself. And I digress.
Yeah, I just had something weird happen. They kicked me out for a second.
Yo, God is real. God is real.
Hello, clearly.
Yo, Cho, get into the great red dragon. That's it right there. Get into the blue flame sciences. That's all you got. Once you see that, you will see that Kadasi said this is going to happen to Jaguar Wright. It's the reason why it happened to Jaguar Wright, so that we could go get the clues on what God's been revealing. Kadasi's face is in the clouds. She's calling tornadoes right in front of your face. So ain't no time for guessing no more. It's direct. It's a direct hit. God was the hit man. It's called the blue flame sciences, the great red dragon. Hashtag. That's it. All the clues are right there. That's the reason why they got Solar to connect with Nature Boy, because right now, even more things are going to happen. All of God's enemies are in Atlanta, Georgia. Young Thug, what's his name? Rashad Jamal, Nature Boy. God took care of all of that to reveal the 7 spirits of God. Before this happened to Jaguar Wright, it was already on YouTube that it was going to happen to Jaguar Wright. So I digress. Blue flame sciences, great red dragon, hashtag.
All right, I'm looking at it right now, but
I
gotta research
if I don't
it.
keep it, yeah, if I don't keep it real, then this is all a test. I gotta play my part. You're playing your position. This is real.
All right, hold on a second. Anybody else got something to say real quick?
I need to move out of Georgia then.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
Me too. We all in Georgia right now.
I'm in Georgia, so we got to get the hell on then.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm in Georgia too. But yo,
me too.
It's crazy that she brought up those tornadoes, because that was like what, last week or something, remember? I'm like, damn, what's all these tornadoes?
But let me tell you something deep, Choke. I had a dream, right? And in my dream, like the whole world was iced over and they was giving us certain destinations that we could run away to. And Jay-Z was in my dream. Ice-T was in my dream. And everybody was renting U-Hauls, and we were supposed to get to a destination because tornadoes was hitting everywhere. And I'm very intuitive, like I said, and that dream freaked me out. The next day, they was talking about it was a tornado watch in my city. For real. No joke. Yeah, I got me smoking my hookah. Damn it.
My question is to Whiskey Films. Why is then Erykah so connected to the industry as a medulla? Like, I believe for Summer Walker now, I believe she worked with Kevin Hart. She's still
Tiana Taylor.
Yeah, and who? Yep, Breonna Taylor.
Tiana Taylor, yeah.
Tiana Taylor. Oh Lord God, forgive me. But so why is she this connected to the industry if she's not in the industry? Is my question.
Really look at Erykah Badu. If you really look at her career, she's not connected to the industry. She has been doing tours, minding her business for over 20 years till she came out in 1997. She's been minding her business, going on tours 8 months out of a year for 20 years until this pandemic hit. She don't do too much. She's not Steve Harvey that she wants 5 shows. She's none of that. She don't want a movie and she is under the radar, getting her tour money and minding her business. So she's connected, but she's not producing. If you see, she's not producing for them. They let her do whatever she wants. She don't got no pressure to make an album. She's coming on a no. They call it neo soul. She changed the game. She changed the game, and she's on a different wave than everybody. Erykah Badu's on a different wave. You step to her wave, and it's mystical. You got to say it like that. She walks around with how should I say, with copper macarbas in her head. I run into Erykah Badu every time she comes to New York City. So you have to understand, and I'm gonna tell you for real, Erykah Badu is the firstborn of the great mother and great father. Do not play with their children. Straight up. The great red dragon. As a matter of fact, go see the song, The Healer. She's talking about, we just made ourselves invisible. Come out with your blue flame. It's called The Healer, the song. She explains how everything's like what it is. She's connected to the great mother and great father. Do not play with Erykah Badu. Do not play with the great mother and the great father. Do not. Let me tell you something. If you understand reincarnation, you don't have to worship the ancestors no more. Our ancestors are here reincarnated in flesh. This is the last reincarnation. This is the last round. This is it. Like Michael Jackson said, I cannot be any more serious. I got the proof. I'm taking my time. I'm honored that Choke is we all doing the work right now. We all doing the work. The great mother and the great father is here with us right now. Believe it or not. And I'm gonna say this: the great father's birthday is January 18. Watch January 18. Pay attention to what's gonna happen in those days in January 18. Celebrate, have fun, because it's the birthday of the great father, Kadasi. I know it sounds different because we're not talking about the usual, but we got to step out and give thanks and glory to the Most High, to God. The great mother and the great father is God. And I digress.
But see, what I'm gonna say is Erykah Badu, I seen her in Africa and she had on a thong. You know, she ain't holy and looked at as goddess no more. She's a sex symbol. She done had all these babies by these different cats in the industry. She is not to be praised and worshipped or none of that. She's a hood rat like the rest of the hood rats. And that's what I digress. I do not worship her. Every time I see her, she look like a little witch with a thong up her booty now. She's showing her booty all the time. And nobody want to marry her for real. Ain't nothing goddess about her. I do not represent for Erykah Badu. I represent for the Cicely Tysons and the real women of the world, okay, baby? And that's just what I digress. Because I don't like Erykah Badu, and I don't like what she be wearing. And I digress.
I was going to say the same thing.
She did lay out naked down in Houston. We do remember when she walked out butt naked.
Yeah, we do remember that. All right, Whiskey, it's all on you. We all looking at you now, girl.
You ready? Check it out. Yo, you got heart. You got heart to go at the great mother and great father like that. Now, all I ask of you is to give us an update on how the Most High is going to check you. That's all I ask. Keep it real. Give us an update. That's all. Because the great mother will come visit you. For
why
real.
You want to wish bad on me? Because I have a personal opinion. That's what's wrong with people in the spiritual world. Because I got a personal opinion, you want to wish some hoodoo, judo, voodoo on me. Well, let me tell you something, baby. Let me tell you a little bit about my ancestors and where I come from, okay? Let me just knowledge you a little bit, all right? Baby,
wait, let's be nice. Let's be nice. You can say it.
I'm just a school on her a little bit. I went up against the KKKs who murdered my mama, who set out a contract against her, okay? And I got murdered twice when they tried to go against me with all that spirituality. And guess what? The God that I serve, the real God that I serve, guess what? He made sure that white man got life plus 40 years twice, not once, but twice. I'm not saying nothing bad about Erykah Badu, but what I'm saying about the rest of the women in the industry, our young girls should not look up to women that are leading with their body and not their mind. Excuse me if you got offended by what I said. Let me repeat myself. She is leading with her body now. The old Erykah Badu, yes, window seat Erykah Badu, she was on point. She was to be worthy. She was a very outstanding woman. But right now, what I am seeing, how she's leading with her body, I'm not going to let my children and my young ladies think that that's okay. I can't talk about Megan Thee Stallion if I can't talk about her too, because she's doing what they're doing. Older women, our elders, should be elders and not youthful. Okay, she's leading with her body. I didn't speak nothing negative against her. So if she want to come up against me, well, guess what? The God I serve knocked people out for me too. So what it do?
Peace, choke. I'm not. I just choke. I just want to say, listen. I am not offended. I am not offended by niece. You know why? The truth does not need no defense at all. And remember, the window seat. She took off all her clothes. Why? You know why? Because we're born naked, and we go to the next round without no clothes. But guess what? It's okay, because I didn't wish bad on you. I'm too smart for that. I just say you bold, that you got some nerve. That's all I said. And I said, give us an update on your life after you made that comment. I know what I said, and I salute you, and I digress.
Okay. Well, we gonna say in the words of Solar, no bad juju, no bad juju.
No bad juju, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Every
That's
bad
right.
seed that's planted on me goes back to the sender. I'm not worried about nothing but about enlightening my young women and letting them know to lead with their mind and not their body. So all weapons will not be formed against me shall not prosper. So I have nothing negative to say. I don't wish nobody on the panel bad. If you got a different opinion than me, I'm not sending off bad energy to you. I come in love, I come in light, and I just stated my opinion. I'm not scared of no man walking this earth, because God is the only person that I fear. So, and it's not no God I could find in a book and no cards or none of that. Yeah.
All right, hold on a second. Let me get to is that Nikkei Ba? You're gonna have to pronounce your name when you come in here.
What's good? It's Nikaba.
Nikkei. All right, I got it. Nikkei. Where you from?
I'm from Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay. You in the studio cooking? Okay.
Yeah, I cook,
All right, talk to us.
No, after that was interesting for me, that right there. But yeah, I don't even know where to start when it comes to like the Jaguar thing. But I will say, um I have a hard time placing this as possession for me, because I when someone is possessed, they're not going to go in and out of consciousness while they're possessed, right? So you're not going to be giving orders to people to get phones and get in cars and do things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it it goes deeper.
All right, let me just chime in real quick when you say,
Okay.
have you ever seen The Exorcist?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And even though that's a movie, but even when
Based on true events.
yeah, based on true events, but sometimes the demon, you said they ain't giving orders or whatever, but when you watch movies or real exorcism, the demon is giving all types of orders or telling all types of things to do this, that, and other. So I kind of little disagree with that, but I'm gonna let you finish your point.
Yeah. Okay. What I'm saying is, there, like, that human consciousness isn't as easily accessible in possession. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much kind of like where I was going with it. Like you, I don't really see you being possessed and being able to come out of that, and you know what I'm saying. Now don't get me wrong. I do think that there is something there. Um, definitely. I'm not sure if I'm assigning it demonic or not. I don't know what word I want to use, but it's definitely something that is that's there. Um, I also think this other guy, this solar guy, is very low vibrational, sex magic practitioner. And I do think that there was something that he tried when he blew. I think it was ashes, because if I'm not mistaken, I saw him put his hand into the ash box. It wasn't his pocket because his hand was somewhat over
Right,
some.
right. Yeah, he did take the ashes from her.
It
You're
was
right.
the ashes.
Yeah.
Now, for me in ritual form, that to me is more practical. And taking and blowing the ashes, because we've seen that before, whether it was in movies or pictures or whatever the case may be. Now, when she goes to rub the ashes over her face, I somewhat found that as dramatics at first. Because, like I said, there's something that's going on with the guy because he blew the ashes. So something is definitely happening here, where I do think it is an out of body experience. Like you got, like most people are saying it's a possession. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that there's nothing going on, that folks is just like faking, but I do feel like there are dramatics at play that are happening in the midst of it also. Um, yeah, and yeah, I'll start right there. See.
Well, remember when she wiped the ashes on her face first,
Yes.
and he took it, and then after he did what you said was with blew the ashes. That's when he started saying the no voodoo thing, no bad juju. Go ahead, Sherry.
From my perspective, because we're all sharing perspectives, and I don't think nobody meant to offend you. I just want, Whiskey Films, we're hearing a new concept for what you're presenting. So, but from my perspective, a demon is a demonic personality or a spirit. We all have a spirit, but it is a demonic personality type. And we have seen, like, or read books like Civil, and we have seen people with different personalities. Those things can go in and come out. And when people, and this is with MK Ultra, they have connected this, even in government programs, when people are put under ritualistic trauma. And especially they found when they did even sign experiments, even with mice, the DNA of the other mice reacting to certain experiments of being shot, it's
Mhm.
passed on into the DNA.
Generations.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I'm not trying to like make excuses, but I do know where I stand. I'm a Bible, believing Christian, and it's, Bohemian Grove, Epstein, this was Molich, okay? And what we see Drake got up there ain't nothing but Lilith. So I just can't call, I just, to a certain extent, if it's not true, there's no power. Why are these people pushing so hard, who are already wealthy, to sit out there and worship or do things to ancient spirits? And so if you put yourself and submit yourself to some of the stuff that we heard, panda eyes, that Orlando Brown was saying, it's traumatic experience that they love to do to the innocent and to children. And you can take these blood covenants, and ma'am, I know you're talking about the spiritual world. Don't get me wrong, if people are putting their blood on altars. And if you can believe, I'm sitting in Texas talking to you in New York, there are transmissions and there are demonic transmissions where we're all in different places, but there's communication in the spiritual world. So don't think, if you don't renounce sometimes certain altars and these are what we call principalities, demonic ruling spirits, and a lot of what people even call like spirit guides, or people say, I have certain like guides, or I was born with this talking to necromancy, and a lot of that hoodoo what she was dealing with the dead is ancestry spirits.